Congratulations and happy Friday to everybody! Today we have a super fun episode about artist identity, and I promise that I will try to make it as short as possible because I know we're all busy and we don't have time to anything. So I'll try to make it as short as possible, I promise. So today's topic is artist identity. We're gonna talk about what is artist identity first of all and how to find yours. Because it's super important. We are artists, we represent something, and we need to know what exactly we are representing. Artist identity is your image. It's how people see you. It's basically a whole package of what your music talks about, what you sound like, what you stand for, what you represent, how you dress like, everything, all your opinions, all the package that you are creating is called artist identity. So today I prepared for you 10 steps that's gonna help you to create your artist identity. Number one is define your musical style. When I talk about defining musical style, I don't just mean pick a genre. I mean pick a genre that you want to concentrate in, create your unique sound, your unique style. Don't copy other people. Don't take style that's already exists and an artist that you really like and just copy him. This is not a good idea because, you know, there is already a Rihanna, already Eminem, already everybody. So you don't want to sound exactly like somebody else. If you want to find your unique musical style, you need to pick 3 genres that you really like and you connect into and combine these genres together to one musical style. Again, it could be anything. You can combine anything you want, but look for something unique and special and make it yours. Step number 2. Step number 2 is pick your goal. It is very important because your goal as an artist can be anything. It can be women empowerment, it can be save the environment, it could be having fun and party all day. It could be anything, but you need to know your main goal as an artist because when you choose your main goal, this is what your songs and this is how your music gonna sound like, this is how you gonna look like, and eventually this is gonna be your target audience. People that connect to the idea of your artist identity. Step number 3. Step number 3, it's connected to step number 2 because after you pick your main goal and what you're gonna do, you need to commit to that goal. You need to know that if you're picking a goal, it can be a couple of goals, it can be several goals, it doesn't have to be one, but you need to pick what is really important to you and what you want to represent. And after that, you need to commit to that, which means that, like I said before, your lyrics, your music, your shows, everything gonna support the main goal. And I can give you an example about myself because I am really about women empowerment. I talk a lot about these things, but it doesn't mean that I can't talk about anything else. But I should understand that I cannot write songs that go against the main goal. Which leads me to tip number 4. Guys, tip number 4, it's gonna really help you. You don't have to do it, but I did it myself and it helped me a lot. So it's something that you can consider. Make a visual plan. But you can make yourself like a list of things that you believe in, a list of things that you support, a list of places that you think you can perform in because they support your goal, groups that you can connect to because you know that you have the same goal and you can really get your fans there. Make it visual, make a presentation, make a document, make something that you're gonna remember all the things that you're thinking through because you can come back to it like after a few days, after a few weeks or month and decide, I'm not sure I'm gonna go with the environment thing, I'm gonna try something else, but I like this idea and I like this idea and I wanna take this. And it's gonna be so much easier if you have it actually written somewhere, all the ideas, all the things that you wanna do. It's really helpful when you write them. It sticks there, you know? Tip number 5. Tip number 5, it's working on your style, on your clothing style. I'm not gonna talk a lot about choosing your style because in the next episode, next Friday, we will have Emily that's gonna come here. She's a stylist, she's a fashion designer, and a musician, and we're gonna play a little game. She's gonna dress me up and we're gonna see how much important it is, the clothes that you wear and what they say about you and your musical style. But I'm gonna say just a few words because I'm already talking about it. The way you dress, this is the first impression people gonna get about you when they're gonna see you in the first time. People see you and they automatically know what they think about you. They might be wrong, but we actually don't want it to be wrong, because you want people to look at you and how you dress and say, wow, she's a hip-hop artist. Oh my god, he's a rocker. Because you're not walking around on the street with your music, you know, and the big speaker and the music and saying like, yeah, I'm hip-hop, I'm hip. No, you walk around like this and that's what people gonna see. And I'm not kidding, really, I'm not lying now, that only today I had 2 people that came to me on the street and told me, oh my god, you're so hip-hop. I'm not lying. I'm really, really not lying. This happened today. 2 people came to me and told me, you're so hip-hop. And I'm like, oh my god, I love you so much, thank you. Because this is the point. This is what I want to make. I want to go on the street when people know, oh, she's probably a hip-hop artist. Yeah, I am. That's my style. And they didn't hear me. So this is how important it is. And that's it. Sorry, I'm talking too much again. Sorry, we're moving on to tip number 6, which is visuals. You need to find visuals that actually supports your style. And when I said that, I'm not talking about your visuals. I'm talking about visuals, I think more online, because I'm talking about your logo, your font of the logo, your slogan, your cover photos, your photo shoot photos. Everything's supposed to support your style. Try to find a font that actually defines your style, because only by the font you can understand that the artist is doing different styles of music, right? Here's some examples. You need to think about that. You need to think about how you want to represent yourself, not just by your music, but actually by the visuals. But they're not gonna say, oh, this is happy jumpy pop, right? So that's what we want to create. Moving on to step number 7. Step number 7 is kinda a mind step. You need to think a lot and you need to know your limits. What you're able to do and what you will never do, even if you get like a tons of money. Because after you choose your character, you need to stand behind what you chose. You don't want to confuse people and do exactly the opposite. Step number 8. Step number 8 is consistency. After you define your musical style and everything that you want to make and everything you want to do and all your artist identity, you need to be consistent about it, as I said before, as I'm gonna say a lot in the future, because your fans are listening to you and they're interested in you because they know your musical style, they know what to expect from you, and they like you because of what you do. You don't want to lose all your fans just because you're changing your beliefs suddenly and you're doing something that is completely opposite of what you told your fans you are about. Step number 9. Step number 9 says, be sure that this is what you want to do, that this is the image that you want to represent to people. And if not, so take more time to think about it, take more time to develop who you are. But when you are, be consistent, be sure about it, be 100% there. And I want to finish with step number 10. Step number 10 is writing a bio. When I say writing a bio, I don't mean to write a book about yourself, and I don't mean like, you know, a long paragraph and like about your childhood and about how hard it was in high school. No. In the short bio, you need to conclude, who are you? I mean, your name, your age, where are you from? You need to explain what your musical style is, what is your main goal. You can say about who your inspiration was and why you decided about this musical style and what you talk about as an artist, what you represent. I mean, you're about human rights or politics or having fun. You need to explain that to a person that reads in a couple of sentences to give him an idea about who you are without making it super boring and long. You don't want to make that. So try working on that. It's really hard. It seems like it's such an easy thing to do because it's just a paragraph about like, oh yeah, I'm Vika, I'm doing hip-hop. No, it's really hard. I wrote my bio like 6 months ago and I'm still working on it. I'm still constantly correcting some things and changing some things and doing, you know, sharpen it up to make it really how I want it to be. So you can start working on that. It's gonna help you together with your visual planner, together with finding your main goal and your musical style. It's gonna really help you if you're gonna start doing that. So this was my 10 steps that I used to find my identity. I really hope it helped you. I just want to give you one last advice before we finish the video. After you did all this, you want to be ready with your elevator pitch. Elevator pitch is something that I actually learned a few months ago, and it's really interesting because elevator pitch, simply as it sounds, it's elevator pitch. It's when you go inside an elevator. Think about it. You go inside an elevator and you meet the producer of your life and you're thinking, oh my god, what I'm gonna say, and he simply asks you, hey, who are you? You have like few floors before he goes out of the elevator that you need to explain who you are and make an interest and make him actually want to get to know you. This is like 10 seconds. You have 10 seconds to explain who you are, what you do, and why he should be interested in you. It's really hard, but if you follow all the 10 steps and you know what your artist identity is and you know what your image is, it's not supposed to be really hard for you, but try writing it down. Try taking your bio and everything you wrote and just concluding it to just 2-3 simple sentences that gonna explain this super crazy producer or you know, everybody. It can be just a fan you met, but you want to explain him in a couple of sentences who you are and what you do. And if you have any questions and anything about that you want to know about elevator pitch, you can simply write it on YouTube. Just write elevator pitch and you will find a lot of different tips and advice that people will give about how to prepare your elevator pitch. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, please like, comment and subscribe because it's super important when you support. Next week we're gonna have Emily. She's a fashion designer. She studied in Paris. She's a musician also and she's my friend. And she's gonna talk to us about how styling your clothes and basically gonna show us how important it is to pick your style. It's a really fun episode because we're actually gonna play a game that's called the Genre Challenge. We're gonna dress up in different outfits just to show you how important it is to pick your style because it really defines who you are. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I love you so much, guys. Have a happy weekend, a happy Friday, and I'll see you next week.